What's good with it, Black Goose TV family? As always, your boy Fluence is back, and we got the double salute energy in the building, man. We coming at y'all, man, with some more boxing news. And not only is it boxing news, we got a reaction video set up and ready to go. You already see what we gonna be looking at and reacting to and talking about. Jose Benavidez first look on the mitts at 154. Jose Benavidez Jr. versus Danny Garcia will be happening very, very soon. The buildup is phenomenal. I'm absolutely excited for this fight, especially since it's going to be both of the fighters' debut at the 154 division. Both of them had a lot of success at 147. I would say, obviously, Danny Garcia had more success than Jose Benavidez Jr., but some would say Jose Benavidez Jr. could have had just as much success as Danny Garcia, or even surpassed his success if he didn't fall into some unfortunate things in his career that has happened, that obviously delayed or at the very least took away some of his prime years or some very important years to allow him to build up in the sport. Nonetheless, this is a very amazing fight, an intriguing fight, a competitive fight, a close fight. I can't wait for this to happen. The biggest thing that I'm really looking at and I'm wanting to see is how are they going to be able to adjust to the new weight? Will they look slower? Will they look faster? Will they look fine? Will they look good? How will the weight look on them? Are they still going to be lean, or does it look like, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have to work out as much? What is going to be the case when it comes to just everything surrounding physically, mentally, and IQ wise when it comes to the skill level of boxing at this new weight class for both Jose Benavidez Jr. and Danny Garcia? I'm going to be reacting to both the videos, but this particular one, we're going to be looking at Jose Benavidez, his first look at 154, how he's going to look at the mitts. Does he look any different? So we're going to be breaking that down. So before we get into that video, man, make sure if y'all come up in here, man, hit the like button below. But most importantly, man, you already know, man, hit the subscribe button, y'all. We on the road to 5K before the end of the year. I see a lot of y'all be watching the videos, but y'all don't be subscribing. Either you don't like this shit and y'all watching it because you don't like it, or either you like this shit, you watching it and you forget to subscribe. Either way, I'm like, you might as well do both, man, because you just watching it, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, drop in the comments, because both helps the algorithm. So show some love, help the algorithm out, but most importantly, road to 5K, baby. Hit the subscribe button. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Jose Benavidez, Jr. on the mitts. How is he looking at 154? Is he looking the same? Is he looking better? Is he looking slower? What's the case? And how does his physique look as well, man? Are we able to tell that he moved up in weight, or is he still training just as hard, looking just as lean at 154 than he would have looked at 147? Let's get it. A lot of people don't remember too, man, the hype behind Jose Benavidez Jr. Was actually more when he first came out than David Benavidez. David Benavidez had a lot less hype than Jose Benavidez Jr. when he first came out. Jose Benavidez was supposed to be the next big thing. And surprisingly, well, obviously, you know, he had some setbacks outside of the ring, just like his brother did. Unfortunately, the setbacks that happened to Jose was a little bit more severe. Jesus, Jose looks like a fucking beast. Look at him, dude. I don't, man. I was leaning toward Danny Garcia for this fight, but Benavidez out for. Hold on, because this is a 5-minute video. But I was like, for a minute, I was watching. I was like, man, it's very interesting to see the differences in David Benavidez and Jose Benavidez. David Benavidez is tall, powerful. He comes forward, throws combinations, a lot of those a lot of combination punches. Tries to overwhelm you. I'm looking at Jose, you know what I'm saying, in his mid work. He's kind of, you know, a little bit more looking for certain shots, not his powerful shots. And then they started picking it up, especially when he switched the stances. I was like, oh, no, yeah, they're brothers. They're very similar styles. And when I'm seeing the power, I'm going to be 100 with you. Jose actually looks, in my opinion, better at 154. There was something that I saw when I was watching Danny Garcia. And remember this is from last week, I think. I was looking at the mid work from Danny Garcia last week just to see how his physique looked, etc. I said he still looked good. He still looked precise. He didn't look like he lost anything, right? But then when I look at Jose Benavidez, and once again, this is closer to the fight than when I watched the Danny Garcia one. I'm going to also be dropping a reaction video to the open workout that they had today for Danny Garcia as well. So Danny Garcia might look a lot different than he did a week ago. But watching Jose Benavidez, sheesh, that man looks like he should have been at 154 his entire career. You know what I'm saying? He looks powerful. He looks fast. That right hand is coming off ridiculous. That beautiful, subtle, you know, switch of stances and being able to keep continuing with his combination punches. I don't know, man. I think we might be surprised in this fight. I don't know. I haven't watched the Danny Garcia footage yet, so when I watch that, it might change my mind. But shit, Jose Benavidez looks good. And remember, Jose Benavidez took Terrence Crawford 12 rounds before we got stopped. I'm just saying. While some would say Danny Garcia took Errol Spence all 12 rounds and didn't get stopped, so I get that too. Look, I stopped it at the right moment. Right when I stopped it, he slowed down. It's interesting the switch of stances that he's utilizing in this particular session. I don't know if he's going to do it actually in the ring because Jose doesn't necessarily switch stances like that, but is he practicing that because he understands that Danny Garcia's signature power shot is that nice left hook. I'll say this: if Jose is like the slow, I love the burst of speed and when he was doing his thing and I was hyping him and stuff. But if Jose is planning on trying to fight on the inside and take away his physical advantages, I don't think that's smart. You're allowing Danny Garcia to be in range to throw that left hook. Danny Garcia takes punishment and has great defense. If you think you're going to be able to come in and land some of those combinations and make Danny Garcia come off, you're sorely mistaken. Danny Garcia is going to counter a lot of these shots, even if they land. Jose looks good, though. I'm not going to lie. Jose looks very good. Not only does he look good, he looks powerful. He looks in great shape. He looks like 154 suits him. He looks like maybe 154 should have been the weight class he should have been at. I would love to see him versus Eric Lubin. That would have been amazing. Him versus Castano. Jesus. 147 was not the weight class for him. Not even close. So, but we're gonna see if he's gonna be able to maintain that, because what I'm saying here, I know they're working on power shots right now, but he had that very short burst of throwing those combinations, switching the stances, and he looked beautiful. And now, from here on out, he's being very selective on his shots. So I'm gonna be interested to see what the approach is gonna be for Jose Benavidez. Is he gonna be selective? Is he gonna be patient, or is he gonna try and overwhelm Danny Garcia? He's going to try and use his size, his physical advantages, how big he is. Is that going to be something that he's going to try and utilize against Danny? Because technically, he can look at Errol Spence and he can take notes. And what I mean by that is the volume and the size Errol Spence utilized and overwhelmed Danny Garcia with. Similar to Sean Porter. Sean Porter wasn't bigger than Garcia, but he overwhelmed him with the volume, right? Similar to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman wasn't bigger than Danny Garcia necessarily, even though he's just as big as Danny Garcia, but he outboxed him. So there's ways to beat Garcia, right? There's 3 different ways we've seen to beat him. Sean Porter beat Garcia being aggressive and being awkward. Errol Spence beat Garcia being a bigger fighter and utilizing his size and utilizing his volume punching. And then, of course, we saw Keith Thurman where he utilized his feet and he utilized the jab and staying on the outside. The thing is, does Jose Benavidez have any of these 3 skill sets to utilize against Danny Garcia to win? That I do not know, which makes me think that it's going to be a damn close fight. It's going to be a damn close fight. And as good as Jose Benavidez looked right there, as good as he looked earlier, I'm still going to lean toward Danny Garcia slightly. But after seeing this, I do think it's going to be a lot closer fight than I originally expected it to be. So I'm even more excited for this. It's going to be a good fight. I think Jose looks amazing at 154. He looks lean. He looks like this is probably the weight class he should have been at his entire life. And I think he's going to be powerful. I think he's going to be fast. But I just think Danny Garcia, he has one punch knockout power, baby. So that jab looks amazing. Look at that jab. Oh, have a good jab. Sheesh. He looks good. Jose, you look good, brother. You look amazing. That double jab, that was beautiful. The short jab with the double. And this is what I'm talking about. I know this is random. And Jose Benavidez is a fucking skilled fighter, but I'll be talking about this a little bit later when I do my reaction video to Rockman Jr. when I talk about having an effective jab. An effective jab is very important. If you don't have an effective jab in shadow boxing, when you're in the real time, your jab is going to be countered day in and day out. But anyways, how do you guys feel about this particular reaction video? Do you guys agree with me at all? Do you disagree with me at all? Let me know your thoughts below in the comments as always. You know what I'm saying? Whether you feel the way I feel, whether you don't. I don't give a goddamn fuck. Also, I'm going to say this too. Y'all see the motherfucking scored the joint going across the thing? I did the wrong one. It's all good though. Either way, hit that cash app if you fucking with what I'm doing. Subscribe to the channel, road to 5K. You already know what the motherfucking time is, baby, before the end of the year. definitely gonna get that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Notification gang. Show love to your boy on the sports nigga side of the game. I'll be back. But with more boxing, stay blessed, not stressed. You already know what the deal is. I'm here and I'll be